is Kenneth Lee Cantor. Kenneth the Kind of Heart. The father of all things tall and small and protector of all their virtues. The Snake King. Kenneth Lee Cantor. He is chosen champion. A U.S. Marshal-elect from 12/26/2020 in the town of Banning, county of Riverside. I was made. After that, I became an international speed chess champion, winning second place in the Crystal Cup at 1099 games, second place in the Elite Cup 54 games later, and I was holding a second place in the Championship Cup, and I still did not break 1800 games in my entire life. 414 trophies, 126 countries defeated, all in about 7 weeks playing time, where everybody else in the tournament had years, because I was incarcerated for false charges. They kidnapped me on several different accounts because I was making everyone aware of what is going on. I also come in 12th percentile nationally on my GED scoring. My math isn't all that well, neither is my handwriting skills, but my reading comprehension and my visual comprehension of everything that I see and hear, I understand completely. So listen to me when I tell you this. There is no one within your governments you can call for help. Stop calling these fucking traffickers for help. And yes, I called them all traffickers. They are traffickers. Every one of them, from your head of, your government to your joint chiefs of staff. That's why your militaries won't respond. All the way down to your law enforcement, your DAs, judges, public defenders, fucking mental health professionals that do nothing but force you on medications that take away your legal voice in the court of law. That's all it does, is take away your credible voice. That's it. Most of those pills are placebos, meaning they're sugar pills or chalk pills. Ask any real physician. They will tell you those pills do nothing. It is a mindset. So why do you have to be on psych meds before they'll put you in emergency housing, which is loaded with Bluetooth devices? That in California, they bought all the motels, California did, and then re-outfitted them before the COVID epidemic with Bluetooth devices in at least 20 Bluetooth devices in every room. Do you know how to turn on developer options? Go into your settings, go down to build, hit build 10 times, back, and now developer, back out, go into developer options. At the top, hit the Snoop log, scroll to the bottom, hit Bluetooth device search, no name, back out, pair new device. And I mean pair a device everywhere you go, not just in emergency housing, in your car, in the restaurant bathrooms, everywhere. These people have been monitoring you, profiling you for a long, long time. People get on to me about my tobacco use. Tobacco doesn't kill you. Doctors actually used to prescribe it to cure bad breath during the Western pioneer times. It isn't the tobacco that kills you. It's the FDA approved insecticides that kill you. Fentanyl. American government is the only manufacturer of fentanyl. It's the same shit they use to euthanize your unwanted pets and animals in veterinarians' offices. The exact same shit. It's the most humane way to get rid of your unwanted pets. It puts them to sleep. You cannot call any one of those traffickers. You are on your own. You have to turn to your neighbors. You have to unify your communities. If you do not, your children and you are dead. Do you not hear me? You can go to my Instagram page. on my archives, you can see where I've been bitching about this for over 3 years. I've been pursued for 17, documented, by a sheriff in Carmel that I met in Venice Beach when I first got here. But we only had an interaction a couple years back. Isn't that odd? To have a record on someone you don't know for that long. And Britt Scott does have a first name. It's Beelzebub Britt Scott, Sheriff of Carmel. Birthday of 9666. And he's trying to consume everything that I am. He has my family. He has all of my money. And I'm on the damn Forbes list. In between Beelzebub and Biden, the head of the satanic church, and the child sex slavery ring. You want to know what they're doing with those children that they steal at swaddling age? Do you know what they do with the parents of those children that they steal at swaddling age? Boom! Boom! No more fucking people asking about that infant at swaddling age. Then they turn them into perfect little sluts. And around the age of 12, they blow their fucking heads off and then throw them in a wood burning stove to sacrifice them to Satan. Satan didn't ask for them to come to him. I am a champion of all time that was chosen by God 4 years ago. You might think this is crazy. I don't give a shit. I know it is a fact. I was in Wilmington, California, UFO hotspot on the planet. I know this because I know Earl Anderson, the retired lead investigator for MUFON. He's the one that informed me of this fact. Wilmington being the #1 UFO hotspot on the planet. With that being said, I was touched by an otherworldly entity. It made me feel like I was flipped inside out. I didn't have any recollection of any memory whatsoever. Then it started trickling back in. And then he spoke to me. Said the most beautiful things to me I'd ever heard anyone say. To any individual, let alone to me. But be it as it may, it happened. It's still happening. He teaches me all the time. Several years back, every nuclear silo on the planet went down at the exact same time. And there was UFOs in the sky above each one. And they sent them transmissions telling them to put down their nuclear arms because we're a bad influence on the other alternate universes. But just like in the 70s, when they had that secret meeting in Roswell with Carter, the one that made the agreement for, otherworldly technology for a few years of your life, like 30 of them, with this lower intestinal parasite that everyone has. 93% of the world's population has it. I don't care if you're a vegan, vegetarian, it is not enough. If you eat confectionery sugar, drink soda pop, eat white sugar, you have it. It's not a question of if you do, it's how big is yours. The only thing I found that helps is this stuff called Parasitic Cleanse at Sprouts, and get you a corn blow. It'll speed things up. But plan on staying outdoors. You cannot be in a home. You cannot go in the stores. You can't go to work. You'll be outdoors for a full year in a very well ventilated area. And you don't want to kill them because they consider themselves your children, yours and yours alone, no other parent. And they are the seeds for the next life if we don't get our shit together in time. I have an idea for a world school. We'll start on the planet first. It'll end diversity. It'll end financial diversity. It'll end diversity of all kinds. I am a gagillionaire. Play like a gagillionaire. Now you get where they got that logo from. I'm also the new landowner for Laguna Woods Village. All those retired sheriff traffickers that live there put it in my name, trying to make me look like a trafficker. That's how they're hiding their money. Not in Swiss accounts, not in Cayman accounts. They're hiding it in homeless people and their victims' names. And then when they expire, are being put into a mental facility to where they're no longer able to handle their own financial shit, like poor Britney Spears and conservator. You know what I mean? They put me in conservator after 2 years of being kidnapped after I called 911 on 10/03/21 in Santa Ana jail. Look up that mugshot. You don't believe that I am touched by the gods? Look at the mugshot. There's shit going on there you cannot explain. My name for Chess.com, Life Under the 7777, that's my birthday in the Hebrew calendar, the one that Jesus Christ used. Otherwise, my birthday is 9777, same as Beelzebub's, just the godly one. My domestic partner, her birthday is 5545. My daughter's mother, Lily Ann Brianna Curitan, her birthday is 3888. 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 3, 3, 3. That is not a coincidence. That it is a smack in the face from the Creator himself, letting you see his design. Like I said, there is no one within your governments or any other that you can reach out for. The first ones they got done away with were the ones they forced into retirement, them and their entire families. Then the defense attorneys that would combat law enforcement, them and their entire families. Anyone that would fight for you, the Hells Angels, the Mongol, the Skinheads, the Black Panthers, the MS-13, the Bloods, the Crips, they are all gone. Every one of them. And they're still blaming it on them, and they're all gone. I'm a legacy. I'm a Hells Angel legacy. I hate motorcycles, death machines. But I love those men. They were good men. Better men. They weren't pedophiles. Don't ever call me a fucking good man. I will take direct offense to that, and this is the last time I will say it. Don't ever call me a good man. That's what they call them fucking baby rapers. Those serial killers of the world. Don't believe me? The population of the world was 10 billion 12 years ago. Ask what the population is today. They kept up with it. They wanted to see progress. And if you're not one of the 500 million going to Mars that Elon Musk has a damn list of, those are the motherfuckers that were doing this to you. Your families, all of them. And if you were trafficking to save your family, you're the biggest dumb shit on the planet. Because as soon as you pull out of your driveway, they pull in your driveway and they fuck the shit out of your fucking family. Do you understand? You are nothing but meat. If you don't turn to your neighbors, if you don't turn to your neighbors and get the fucking help you need, you are all goddamn dead. And I don't give a fuck if they kill me or not. They've already done it. Several times. Ask around. I don't spread those stories. From Wilmington to Riverside, all the way up to Ventura County and back again. I am a legend in California. I am the last lawman. I am also a direct descendant of the last signature on the Declaration of Independence. Matthew Thompson. He lost his leg in a battle. That he was on crutches. That's why he was the last signature on the Declaration. I'm also from a royal descent that predates the crucifixion. I am exactly who you think I am. And if you do not pay attention to me, if you do not heed my words, the world will reset in a little around 30 years. You will all burn. Every one of you. And those 500 million going to Mars, they've already started acting like the Conquistador or Christopher Columbus. They're up there killing the residents of Mars, burning their villages, raping their women, stealing their children, killing the men. Because I am your universal senator to the stars. That's why man doesn't talk to the alien life forms on other planets. You crucified your last mouthpiece. And everyone knows if you do not have a mouthpiece for your club, you don't get to speak at the rally. You crucified your last one. Those 11 families that own the world's wealth, the first government, are the ones that nailed him to that fucking stick. Because he was the Pharaoh's son. Says so first 3 pages of Joseph and Mary entering Babylon. Hebrew text. Do not read the King James Version of the Bible. It is nothing but confusion and lies. It was deciphered into the King James Version by William Shakespeare, a gay playwright, not known for his deciphering skills of a dead language. Now does that tell you what they were doing? Men. The true Sabbath is Friday, from dusk to the end of Saturday night. The church changed that. Ask your phone. Do you ever put running water over an infant's head? Your AI knows the answer to this. They didn't. He said you cannot get redemption from your whispers, but only in your actions. Do not pray to the gods for forgiveness. You can only gain redemption in your actions, not your whispers in a house that he did not build. Spinning beads made of the poisonous plant on the most poisonous plant on the planet, portraying an image of his murdered son. That shit don't fly. He said he's not mad at the Padres. He's mad at the institution. They were spreading the word of Jesus. He told me to tell all of you, you are to follow the path of Jesus to the best of your ability, and to pay attention to what comes after the apocalypse. He told me to read the book of Daniel and to pay attention to what comes after the apocalypse. And the planet's reset. See, it has been prophesied, just like me and my daughter, Lily. You might say Lily is short for Lilith. For you out there that know the Viking prophecy. And God will choose a champion. But the champion is not the salvation of man, but his daughter, Adam's first wife, Lilith, reborn, is the true salvation of man, not the champion. I'm just your teacher, your tutor, your next Pharaoh. You want to know who God was? Read the Hebrew text. Don't read that King James bullshit. There you will find the answers from first-hand eyewitness accounts of what to expect. And I am just like the Creator. I am the glass. I am not yang, yin. It was dark before it was light, night before day, black, white, all gray. That is the Creator. He's not either side. He is the glass that separates them. So am I. I tell the truth to both sides, whether it does me benefit or not. And I'm telling you now, we are running on a very limited timeline. I have an idea for my world schools to go orbit to. A ship the size of Manhattan, or ships, hopefully, the size of Manhattan, have to be built in orbit because they'll be too big to take off. And only have enough thrust to land one time after the planet's reset. With the help of David Adair, in his star in a jar, I might be able to make it work. That'll be the metropolis already built after the planet's reset. The parasite I was telling you about causes psoriasis, toenail fungus, all kinds of little ailments that they treat to fucking death because they're bleeding your insurance. Ask your doctor if you don't believe. I have a concern of a parasite. It's not life-threatening. Change the subject and not return to it because they can't treat the shit out of you anymore if they get rid of the fucking cause. Just like they can't fucking cure or treat your cancer if you knew about Dr. Sabian. And the true reason why Left Eye from TLC died. Look him up on YouTube. Dr. Sabian and his cure every disease cure, all natural. He's dead too. His cure lost. Because they make more money treating you to death. All those children at St. Jude's, all those poor souls in the 80s that fucking withered away from AIDS and cancer, they had the cure for the whole fucking time. And this goes back even further. The Black Plague, they said it rolled in like a fog when it first hit. Do you know what the word fuck means? Fornication under certification of the king. You used to have to get permission from the king to procreate. Where do you think chastity belts come from? Because population control. You had to make sure there was enough wildlife to feed the population. So they kept it at a certain number. But we're at 10 billion was 12 years ago. Now we're a little below half of that. That's what they've done in the last 12 years. And we're told, well, I was told, the reasoning behind all of this is because we're orbiting into the sun, like I said. Global reset in around 30 years. That's why Elon Musk is in such a goddamn hurry to get out of here. They told me that the closer that we get to the sun, the radiation from the sun will not allow our crops to grow to full maturity. They were afraid we were going to starve to death. So their best solution was to beat and rape your families to fucking death. That was their all-out answer for every fucking bit of it. And I mean every fucking one of them within your government. Every one of them. Every single goddamned one of them should be littered on the beaches on a fucking stick like they did your last representative. Because that's exactly what they had in store for you. You should do unto others as they would have done unto you. And that is my word. As Kenneth, the kind of heart, the father of all things tall and small and protector of all their virtues, the Snake King, Kenneth Lee Cantor. And if you look in the star charts, at the year I was born, the year of the snake, the Creator Cup sits on his back. A lot of coincidences there, isn't there? This isn't a coincidence. The Christian version of it is he will be known in a red cloak, a star, and a thunderbolt in his hand. Does that not sound like a goddamn marshal to you? A marshal elect? You know what I'm missing? The tools of my office. And the support of the community. I can't do shit while you're still listening to their fucking murderous goddamn child raping lies. Wake up or die!